and welcome back. In this video today I draw this Christmas ball, a Christmas ornament with some evergreen branches, and here we practice light and shadow on the ornament and also these golden little patterns, so it is just a fun festive lesson. I hope you enjoy drawing this one today in this video. If you would like to get more drawing lessons about animals, nature, landscapes and also human portraits in future, I invite you to join the waitlist to Animal Art Club, my online drawing school. The next name will be Animal and Nature Art Club. So to be informed when we open the doors again, click here and subscribe to the waitlist. And now don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and now let's dive into drawing the Christmas ornament. Okay, let's draw a Christmas ornament with some branches of pine trees, of the pine tree here above, and some lights in a blurry background behind. Christmas lights, this bouquet effect. Let's start with some branches. Just take a brown and let's sketch in here a branch that is going here from the right side downwards, like a part of a tree where this little bull is hanging on. So make here some branches and then take greens, a dark green, and sketch it in. I don't make it so detailed, just make it fun and add a softer pastel pencil, and it does not have to be too sharp for that, and sketch in some needles on that evergreen tree branch. Here some ones, and then let's draw some downwards. Let them also overlap. We add then also other different colors on top. Before we refine them, I would say let's do then the background right away. Here bringing in some shorter needles in the front, and here some longer ones. Let also some here come and overlap from the right side. Okay, then let's take a golden yellow color for the background, I would say, and I plot it in here a little bit, so between the branches. Bring in a bit of a yellow color. It could also be helpful to do that first. So bring it between the branches, so you can also plot it in a little bit over them and then do another layer. I just wanted to have them in place first, that we don't have the paper full of yellow and then you cannot draw the branches on top. So bring in a bit of the yellow here and blend it with a blending sponge. Just have a look which one I take, that it is not too bluish. I take here, I have a bit one with a brown on it that I can mix here into the golden ochre. Blend it. You can blend over the green because you add more layers of needles anyway. Just bring the yellow a little bit between the needles. We make it anyway greenish, but we need some color in the background. Here, plot in the yellow. And then let's also add a little bit. I would like to bring in a little bit of a mint color here below the branch. Here is then the Christmas ornament, the Christmas ball hanging. So I bring in here a bit, so a mint color in below the branches and blend it a bit. I have here a pastel matte paper that is a little bit rougher than usually, so I have drawn the other lessons on a light gray and a yellow pastel matte paper that worked really well. This dark gray is a little bit rougher. It's a bad quality pastel matte paper. Maybe you have heard that there are quality issues with the pastel matte paper, and sometimes they are so rougher. You see, here is a rougher surface. Normally this is so velvety and smooth, and then blending also does not work so well. So normally on the pastel matte paper this should all become very smooth. Maybe before continuing, I sketch in here where I would like to have my bowl. Just draw a round circle here in here, and then this upper metal part where we hang it on the tree. Let's sketch that in. And here, so a ring, and we put it then on the tree so that this is in place. Maybe add a bit, so this is hanging in the air. We add then highlights on the left and shadows here. We can draw also then a bit of a pattern. Maybe let's sketch that into here. Draw, so here a bit of a circle. Just bringing here. They have often so beautiful patterns on them. Let's sketch in here this a little bit. And so on. Okay. Let's sketch that in, and then I will make it red. Let's work now a bit here above on our branches. So I add a bit of orange dots here in the middle. Make them here so round. Before we draw the branches, these are lights that are shining from the background. Then go over with the yellow. And blend that. And go over also with a ivory. So a bit of lighter yellow color. Just brighten them up. Create so bright little dots. And you can also use an ivory stick here, for example, and bring in some of these circles in the background and add a bit of an orange, red, brown color. Maybe here. And a darker red, brown color, so a bit of a rust just mixing different colors or a bit more of an orangey one, so that you also go in a bit with an orange pencil. You can for sure do that also with the pencils. Bringing so circles, and then take a cotton swab and blend it, or take your fingers so that we go over the orange pools and here over the darker ones. What also works well is just blending them with the fingers, also with these lighter circles, and layer them so a bit. You can also add a lighter vanilla yellow then on top. Let them so overlap and blend them, make them blurry. And you can also even, so if these little circles are too light, you always can take a white soft pastel stick and add some so brilliant shining lights on top. Okay, so my card was full and I have lost a little bit of the video footage, so I explain what I have done. So we have added here these little dots with some orange and yellow, and for creating so brilliant lights, the reflections of the Christmas lights here below, behind the tree, I have added these little white dots and blended with the finger. Maybe let's add here another one and create so this nice bouquet effect. Then I have taken a brown and I have drawn over these branches again, because they are so in the background now. Draw over the branches, maybe let's add here another one. And then I have said, with a very simple way of creating lights and shadows, you can create a 3D effect, so that you bring in with a black at the lower part a shadow in on the branches. And so just bring in the black at the lower part. Here we can do it again, and take a white or a cream and bring in highlights on the upper part of the branches. Just very simple, and you have a mid-tone, a light tone and a dark tone, and you have a bit of this 3D effect in a very simple way. And then take the dark green, I have done that already here a bit, and add these needles, the evergreen leaves here again. I can also do another layer, so let them cross and overlap, and draw them here. They can be dense. I like these dense branches. So draw them here in, some upwards, some downwards here. Let them overlap the lights. They are in the background here. Here I can make them a bit longer. Here let some also overlap the lights that we have in the background. Then let's also take black and add, so especially here above, where it is coming from, the upper corner here. Let's make it a bit darker. Near the branch, near the wood, we can make it darker. So also add black, that we have here more contrast in our branches here, in these pine branches or evergreen branches. Add a bit darks in there too. and also here above. And then let's I take so a turquoise or take a lighter green. I take so a mint green and add a highlight layer then on top. Let them also cross a bit, bringing in so lighter highlight layers. And you also bring in here depth into that tree branch. Very simple with some broader strokes though, but not so detailed, but it looks then also a bit realistic with that 3D effect. You can even make that more and adjust it with some white highlights on top, that we also add some white strokes on top and create some highlights on these branches. Here, adding some white highlights on top. Okay. Yes, then I would say let's do a little bit more of the background around the Christmas wool and then draw the Christmas ornament. I plot in here a bit of turquoise around it, bringing a bit of the turquoise here in. So create a blurry background in colors you like. Just take it so because it matches well to the branches here. Bring in here around the ornament the turquoise, a mint color. Then I take this yellow golden color here below. Plot that in as a first base layer. Create a warm environment here. Create it with a lot of Christmas lights. And then I also bring in here right away some so more dark orange dots. And then let's blend that with a blending tool a bit. Blend over the yellow ochre and over the rust red here. Blend it a bit together. I will also use the finger a bit and blend the layer and add a bit more of the yellow ochre, or start bringing in right away these little round circles with a yellow ochre. So this is fun. You can just experiment with your sticks a bit and create so a blurry background around the Christmas lights. Then I take again a blending sponge here and blend the turquoise a bit here together with the green and then also with the yellows here around. So mix the colors a little bit and let the turquoise so go into the yellow colors. Here I blend it carefully around my Christmas ornament. Also here below, make it so a little bit blurry and let it go into the other background colors. Then let's add with a lighter yellow some here, so little dots with the lighter yellow and blend it a bit. If that is not working, take a white and mix it into the layers. It always depends how much color do you have on your paper already, and you can brighten the layers up with the white. Just with the white. Make some larger ones and some smaller ones. Here, just go over and blend them together with the background. Add a bit yellow. Add some different colors. Also this rust red I add once more. Here. So play a bit with the background. Maybe also take a bit of the turquoise mint then again. Here, and maybe go over with the pencil once more. Bring in a bit more of the mint color here around my Christmas ornament, or bring it also a little bit downwards here into my background. Blend it here. Yes, and just play a bit with your colors. Maybe also add it here a bit, or here in the middle, that we also bring it here, so a bit downwards. Mix in a bit the mint green. Okay, and then let's draw finally our Christmas ornaments. I take here so a red color and plot that in, or let's draw the outlines first carefully, that it is really so a round circle. So draw it round. Try to create a round bowl, and let's then plot in. Let's add a bit of white first for highlights on the left upper part, so that you use white. I have here the white pit, and plot that in here, and let's also add a highlight on the left here, that we have here a bit of a highlight in place, and then plot the red in here on the rest between these nice pattern here on top. Let's also add here the red in the middle, plot it in for the base layer. Yes, and also here everywhere I take the red and plot it in here between those golden lines. I will add then also so a golden color once more. You could also do the underpainting with the red, but then it's very tricky to draw these golden parts on over it without mixing the layers. I think so it's the easier way to blot in the red around. Maybe I make it here a bit rounder. Correct the shape a bit. Move the pencil so upwards and downwards here along the edges. Okay, then take a paper stamp and blend that carefully, that first base layer. So blend here over with a paper stamp over the red. We can also blend a bit over the white here. Blend over the red between and the golden lines here, the golden pattern. You can also use another color for your Christmas ornaments. I just have chosen here the red again. It's so a traditional color. Normally I don't have red ornaments. We have more golden, copper, silver, some pinks, greens and turquoise colors on the tree. Red, I like red, it's so traditional, but I like also more the other colors. Here in the middle we can also make it red. So blend over it. Then I take a light yellow, so a vanilla yellow, just a beautiful lighter yellow. The Capputello has one so beautiful lighter yellow. And I go here over these lines of that pattern here, make them broader. Move the pencil so forwards and backwards. Here you can draw whatever you want here. Maybe let another cross. So, and here let's draw a circle, and here we also have a circle. Here we have so a dot, and here a ring. Maybe let's add some so smaller little dots between. And let's then also create here so a nice pattern. Okay, we can also do an underpainting here above with the yellow, especially on the left. Then let's bring in also a darker red. So I take a violet red, a darker red, and plot that in here on the right a bit, and below that metal here above, and darken it down with a darker red color here on the right side. Also go in here between all those golden parts with the darker color. Make it darker here. Just create the whole area here on the right darker. Here is the shadow. Make these opposite side of the highlight always darker. It's a bit tricky, so with all these nice patterns here on it, but necessary to create a bit of this 3D effect. Bring in a bit of a darker red here on the right. Also here below at the bottom it can be darker. Bringing in here the darker red. Yes, add a little bit more red, maybe here again. Or add another middle red in the middle. So that we bring in here, so a bit of a darker red in the middle. And the more lighter red than where we have here the side on the left. Here I mix in the middle red a little bit. take a paper stamp and blend that. So go over here with the paper stamp. Before blending, we could even make it a little bit darker on the right and here below this upper part with a black. To just go in with the black and bring in also here a bit black on the upper part and on our right part here, so that we just darken down the right part with black, or also the lower part here a bit. The lower part is also in the shadow, that we mix in here a little bit of black on the right side of the bowl, that it's just here darker, and blend that then now with the paper stamp. Then we have here even a bit more contrast in. Blend the black together with the dark red and red layers. You create even a darker layer then. Bringing in here the black for darkening down the red. Mix the layers. Make them darker. Blend the layers here with the middle red. And blend then also over the lighter parts here on the left. We can also blend over the yellows. We will add here also highlights and shadows. Here I would take a white again on the left and add a bit more brilliant white highlights. Maybe I overdraw the red outline here a bit more. Just add here white on the left for some more highlights, some light reflections on the bowl here. Make it brighter here on the right. Here above we have reflections in there. Let's add a bit more red here in the middle. Here it could be a bit more reddish. I add here a layer of red again, so you always can use the colors, blend them together, maybe add here a bit red where the highlights are. Blend a bit over that it's not only white, mix red into that highlight area, and use the red pencil for making the bowl smoother. Also for blending, for connecting these areas. Here blend the black together with the red. Also here use it really here for blending. I add here below a little bit more red around these patterns. We can then also take a white again, go over the white edge once more here. Add a bit of that reflection. Well, let's add here a bit reflection in the middle, some dots or strokes or so. Then let's work a bit on these golden patterns here and go over with a white pencil a bit, maybe at the upper part, and make it a bit more glossy, so that we add here some white strokes on them a bit. Here we could brighten up the upper part of that dot and go in, for example, with a golden ochre at the right edge a bit. We can also add a bit of gold ochre at the bottom of that golden thread here, or that golden line. Darken it down a bit at the bottom. Add a bit shadow at the bottom. And also create here a bit so a 3D effect. Let's darken it here down in the inner side a bit, and here at the lower part. We can also add here the golden color at the lower part and add a bit of white on top, just to add also here, so a bit highlights on top here, or on the left side a bit, here above, or on the left, on the upper side a bit, and on the left. Add a bit white, then it appears a bit glossy. We can add these little dots again here with the yellow. Make some little dots, and go with the golden ochre at the lower part. Bring in shadow at the lower part. And with the white, a little bit highlights on top. Some little metal dots on the bowl. Here in the inner side we could also bring in here a bit ochre, and then go over here so a bit with the yellow, and add so a bit of a little glitter, and with white on top, let it sparkle a bit. We could also add here with a sharp yellow, so I take sharp yellow, maybe add here so little strays around, just create it a bit, just refine it a bit, then with the white again, or here too. Okay, I also take the white and try to correct the outlines. Make sure that your bowl is round. Maybe I go over with a sharp dark red at the bottom too. It looks not so round like I would like to have it at the bottom. I sharpen my dark red. Let's have a look. Normally I turn the paper around, but for filming purpose that's not so possible so well. So make it here below a little bit rounder. So go over here, the dark red, and make it here, yes, so really round. You can go forwards and backwards and correct the shape, that it is really nice and round. Maybe also here. Okay, then let's draw this upper golden part, the metal part. Let's plot in a bit of an ochre color here, I would say, and golden ochre color on the right. We had already a bit yellow on the left. Let's also add a bit of shadow here on the right edges, and take a bit of darker brown. So in gold and orange, brown, burnt sienna or something like that. Bring that in on the right. And also we need black here. Bring in black in the middle. And a bit here where we have the edges. Add a bit black around. Also a shadow on the right. And blend over it with the paper stamp a bit, that this is smooth. Take also a white for highlights on the left here, brightening up that gold on the left. Add highlights on the left. Here too. Maybe brighten it up here also a little bit on the left. Yes. A bit more white here. Yes, and you could just refine your drawing, then finally add some more details, correct something. Maybe I add here some more so brilliant white dots once more here below. Yes, but I think it looks nice so far. Maybe you could swipe over the lower area here once more with the black a bit and create here so a nice, soft, smoother, darker shadow area. You always can take here a bit more time and blend the layers a bit more together. Or here, this part on the right can be a bit darker. Just swipe over with the black a bit and use then a paper stamp and blend the layers again together. Okay. Maybe let's add here a bit orange finally. So some orange dots. Here you can play a bit for sure with your background. How you like it. Blend it more or not. Let an orange ball here or circle here overlap. So that's really up to you how you do your background. Maybe I take the mint color again and bringing maybe here a little bit more mint too into that lower background area here. Could also work well to combine these colors again. Yes, and so you can just play a bit with that blurry background. Maybe I add it here a bit more downwards, the mint. Yes, let's add here a bit more orange or a bit more golden ochre. You can draw many layers here and just play with that bouquet background a bit. Add here a bit gold. Okay, nice. So I hope you liked this drawing tutorial of drawing a Christmas ornament. Maybe I sign it here with red. And yes, I hope you enjoyed drawing this. You can create your own version out of it. So yes, if you have any questions, pop them below in the comments. I'm happy to answer, and then I hope I see you in the next video. Okay, how did you like that? I found it really cool to draw that in that season, create cards out of it, use it for presents, gift tags, or just do it for fun to stay motivated or to get back into drawing and into the habit of drawing. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to my channel to get notified about every video. We will be here tomorrow with the next lesson, so join me tomorrow here, and here you find another video. Here you can find my art lesson of the month, a tutorial of the month you can purchase, and yes, then I see you tomorrow. Bye!